The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Trader's Edge with Steve Rhodes. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648 or internationally at 727-873-7618. The Trader's Edge. Now, Steve Rhodes.
Good afternoon, folks. Welcome to the June 14th, the magical Monday edition of today's Trader's Edge Show. I'm your host, Stevie Perseverance Rhodes, who absolutely knows that each of us should always be pioneers of our future versus prisoners of our past. Hope everyone out there is having a great day. Hey, let's make sure we have an extraordinary one. And the easiest way to do that, well, it's to always remember that life is happening for us, not to us. That's right. When you and I make that one little 2x4 shift, well, it means we can find the gift in every set of circumstance that life is going to toss at us. Now, today, you and I, we're going to go check out the circumstance of these markets. We'll go figure out what those bulls and bears, what those buyers and sellers are communicating to you and I just past 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I want you to know that I'm absolutely grateful for your presence here. But more important than that, that's this. During this next 60 minutes, I'm here to serve you. So feel free to pick up that phone. You can dial on in 877-927-6648. If you can't dial in, we've got you covered there too. You can always go ahead and send me an email, steve@tfnn.com. But inside that subject heading, if you would be kind enough to put radio show question, that would be very helpful to me. And of course, in our Tiger's Den, like John just did a few moments ago, you can go ahead and send me a private or a public ping out there. Any ping will do. So let's go ahead and get this show started on a magical, magnificent Marvy Monday. Of course, this is Tiger Financial News Network. I'm Steve Rhodes. Welcome to the show. A mixed bag out here. Mixed from the standpoint, the Dow's off 261 points. That's 0.7% to the downside. The S&P's off 0.3 or 12 points. Nasdaq 100 up 56. Russell's off 5. Semi's up 32. Tranny's down 121. Gold is off $13, well off its lows of the session. Silver down 12 cents, trading out at 28.02. Light sweet crude up 18 pennies, 71.09 out there. Leading the charge dollar-wise, the upside, MicroStrategy, $77 and change. Shopify, 52 and change. Mercado Libre, nearly 29. Chipotle off 28. Monday.com is up $28 or 15%. To the downside, it's SVB Financial off $15. BioNTech off 14, Moderna 12, BioAtla, yeah, something like that, down 20% or nearly $10, and John Deere off about 3%, $9 and change. So the first question that came in, and this will help us really go take a look at the markets, is from John in the Tiger's Den. And his question is, he's holding a short in the Dow equity future contract, and his question is, where do we see targets to the downside? So let's switch panels. Actually, let's do this first. Here's our four-panel. No, let's do this first. Yeah, here's our four-panel, John, equity future contract for the Dow. So in the upper left, you've got the daily time frame. The upper right, you've got the weekly time frame. Lower left, you've got monthly, and the quarterly in the lower right. So we begin by taking a look at the daily time frame. So what do we know about it? Price trading inside a bearish structured profile. John, my experience is when you're inside a bearish structured profile, if price closes below the center of that profile, which today would be the first time that would occur, that center is 34,280. If we see a price close below that, typically price will go ahead and run down to the bottom of that profile, and that's at 33,740. Now, John, I want you to understand, I don't recall off the top of my head here, but the charts we're looking at are using my synthetic version of the contract, because we just had rollover of this contract, and so we need to be able to access more historical data. So that becomes your price target, that 33,740 level. If I look at the weekly time frame, you need to see a close below where we're basically trading right now. 34,144 is the top of the weekly profile. We're at 34,109. So watch 34,144 at day's end out there, because that could be a level of support for it. The monthly and the quarterly timeframes are not going to assist us at this stage. So let's switch from this set of charts here. let's go over to my 8-panel set. The 8-panel set is going to take a look at multiple time frames. And in each case, we've got different messages. So, for example, the bigger picture, which is the monthly time frame, upper left, this formed a TD9 count topping pattern 2 months ago. And last month, the month of May, was a close above that. Not even a hiccup. This is telling us there's no crash. There's no market crash. That doesn't mean we can't get a decent correction here. But there's no market crash in sight. Doesn't have the right topping signal out here for that time frame. If we look at the weekly says, well, okay, I'm ready to pull back from an intermediate term standpoint. We don't have a TD9 count. What we do have, based on last week's candle, is a Rhodes Momentum Indicator top. That price target, so you're going to have several price targets. One we've got is 33,740. The next one coming from the weekly chart, that was a daily target. Weekly chart's got 33,157. That is its TD9 breakout level. I would anticipate that that's where price would find support on a further decline. The daily time frame says, well, before we get there, you may have a pit stop at 34,000 even Steven. That is a TD9 breakout level. So on the daily, we've either got 34,000 even Steven. If price gets below that, you're looking at the 33,740 area. On the 30-minute time frame chart, no bottom signal as we speak just yet. Neither is it on the 60, nor the 120, nor the 240, nor the 5-hour time frame chart. So at this stage here, we'll just kind of stick with the daily signals at the moment. So I hope that answers your question. Now, you might have the question about the actual cash indices. So the cash indice and the equity future contract is going to look completely different, or it should look completely different. Let's go find out. If we take a look at the Dow, I'm just going to expand this out. The rest of the charts we'll take a look at during the 2 o'clock update. But what you can see right now is price on the cash indice, John, has pulled back and is testing its breakout level of support. So this is going to be, and I know you're trading the equity future contract out here, but I think this is just as important for you to watch today in assessing this. Now, on the short-term time frame charts, 30, 60, so forth, we didn't see any kind of bottoming signal out here. But watch 34, 253.87 if we're going to get right to the T. If price is able to hold that level, something to think about. But if price can close below there, then I think what we're looking at on the equity future contract probably starts to take hold. So hope that helps you out with regard to your questions with regard to downside targets inside of the Dow equity future contract. So thanks for that. Let's go back to our other set of charts out here. Give me a moment to switch panels. And let's go take a look at our 4-panel daily time frame for each of the equity future contracts. So we begin by taking a look at the ES Mini. That is in the upper left-hand panel. And now you'll see the 4 equity future contract in the very upper panel, where you see where the September contracts are trading. The ES Mini right now trading at 42.26. And what I have here, each of the symbols, again, these are my synthetic chart symbols out here so that we can grab enough data to get longer term perspective with regard to where profiles are at. Inside the ES Mini, price back inside the weekly set of profiles, that ranges from 40.80 to 42.38. There's our larger consolidation area, potentially. The next level of support inside the ES Mini is going to be the top of its weekly profile, 41.96. The NQ trying to take on this all-time high, just about 10 points away from doing that. And the Dow, we already covered that, trading into the top of that weekly profile. And this morning, the Russell 2000 finding resistance at 2340.54. That's the top of its daily profile. Steve Rhodes with TFNN. We'll be right back.
Steve Rhodes started his trading career as a student almost 20 years ago, and the student has now become the master. Steve won the prestigious Timer of the Year award in 2018 and barely missed that mark again in 2019, finishing at number 2 for the year. An amazing accomplishment. Steve Rhodes is committed to sharing his techniques and knowledge with anyone who wants to learn, and he shares his vast amount of trading knowledge every day in his Mastering Probability newsletter. Steve's award-winning newsletter, Mastering Probability, is delivered every trading day with updates throughout the afternoon. Sign up for Steve's market newsletter, Mastering Probability, and you'll receive access to 7 of Steve's educational webinars absolutely free. At TFNN, all our newsletters come with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have absolutely nothing to worry about. Visit TFNN.com and try Mastering Probability 30 days risk-free today. TFNN, education educating investors.
What's separating you from the most successful men and women on Wall Street? That's right, information. Having all the information gives us the perspective we need to place the right trades at the right time. The TAS Profile Scanner is the premier market profile-based scanner. Powered by its acclaimed TAS proprietary algorithms, this feature-rich scanner instantly filters over 2,500 plus global financial markets, such as stocks, ETFs, commodities, futures, and Forex. This powerful suite of tools leverages instant trade filtering and strategy formulation to show you emerging trades before they happen. For a limited time, you can save $100 off your first month by using the promo code UPGRADE, and you still get a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. Level the playing field with the TAS Profile Scanner, which you can find under the Services tab at TFNN.com. Sign up today.
Hey there, I'm Andy Arbertine with Tiger Precious Metals and Stones. Whether you're looking to buy and sell precious metals or trying to find the perfect diamond ring, I'm here to help. I have over 15 years of experience with diamonds and precious metals. You can call me directly at 727-329-8245, and I will personally answer any questions you have and help you find exactly what you're looking for. I will be your personal concierge in the metal and stone business. Give me a call today, 727-329-8245.
Many of our new listeners have heard about The Tiger's Den. The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of the TFNN shows, plus see all of the charts as they happen live and have access to archives of all of those charts. You can test drive The Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days and greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets and how to make your money work for you. Details on The Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-873-7618.
Welcome back, folks. You got the Dow off 244, S&P's down 11. Let's go to our next question. This one coming in from Hector and the fuel injectors. And Hector writes in and he says, hey, Steve, happy marvelous Money Monday. I like that, Hector. And so Hector's question is Apple in a confirmed A to B equals CD to the upside? So let's go take a look at that. What I believe Hector is looking at is using this date down here of May 12th as his A point. So actually, let's turn on the A to B equals CD tool here. Give me a moment. I had some system problems while I was at a doctor appointment. Came back to alarm bells going off, power down, just the whole 9 years. So why isn't my – that's really odd, but that's okay. Give me a moment here just to add my A to B equals CD tool back to this set of charts out here. So the A point that Hector is looking at is the low from May 12th. The B point would be the high from May 25th, which has volume, May 25th has volume of 72 million shares. That's our B point. And Hector, right now you're at 47 million shares. So you need to have, to get a confirmed A to B equals CD to the upside in Apple, you'd like to see volume of more than 72 million shares at day's end. We're at 47 right now. Mathematically, it seems like we're going to be close. You know, it's all going to be dependent upon the close. But if we do, the A to B equals CD pattern, the 1-to-1, you've already achieved that. That's at 129.20 out here. So the next upside target would really be in the 130.85 level. 130.85 is also going to get it close to the top of its bearish structured profile. So your resistance level, price is trading into resistance right now, 129.85 to 130.57. Hector, along with you, there's an individual in our YouTube channel, goes by the name of Baseball Eyeballs out there, and their question is the QQQ going to follow Adobe's breakout pattern? So I don't know what Adobe is doing out here, but really just kind of going along this idea of, where have the Qs topped? Has the NQ topped today? We'll take a look at all of that. But here what you do know, the largest weighting with inside of the NQs out there is trading into a resistance zone. And so to answer the question with regard to baseball eyeballs, if the Qs are going to follow, and I'm assuming your breakout pattern for Adobe, I'm not analyzing Adobe, I'm not saying it's breaking out. But we would get a breakout pattern inside of Apple if we see a close above the top of its bearish structured daily profile. So the level to be watching there is 130.57. Now we can continue to do more work on Apple, and we will. Let's pull over my white background charts for Apple and try to understand where are we at. Also, inside of Apple, you've got resistance, which is a bearish structured weekly profile. That range out there is 131.61 to 135.25. So what everybody should understand here is Apple is getting ready to take on a battle inside its stock charts, both from the daily and the weekly time frame out here. And so really close above 135.25. Well, that would say you're going back to its all-time high and then some, more likely than not. Back to the ranch. And on the ranch, we can see the daily time frame shows today will become bar number 7 of a TD9 count. Should we see a higher high tomorrow or the following day or the day after? Because in order for a TD9 count to identify a potential top out there, the high must form on bars 8, 9, or the bar following 9. So odds favor, based upon what we're seeing out here, Hector, is that the run in the NQs or the Qs is not yet over, and that we should see a higher move. Now, tomorrow could be it. But again, watch the 130.57 level. That's the daily time frame. On a weekly chart, what do we have out here? The weekly chart says, hey, I want to go tackle the 132.61 area. This is also going to be bar number 7. Well, I take that back. This likely will not become bar number 7 on a weekly basis, so won't worry about that. On the monthly time frame, price is above its oscillator and change line. So that is a bullish setup. So in essence, yeah, Apple should be able to get up to those levels. However, there's probably some pertinent information on the intraday time frames that will really assist us with answering that question. Let's go find out. I don't know if that's the case or not, but just kind of assuming that it would be the case. And on the on the 195-minute chart, no, we don't have anything there to assist us. The 130, no, okay, looking like I have egg on my face. Oh, there we go. Okay, now we've got it. So on the 65-minute time frame, we are in the bar following bar number 9, and this is the high of the TD9 count pattern. Now, we are in a 65-minute time frame, so until this bar closes, I won't know if the high of the day so far, which is 129.96, is the high of the pattern. Let's assume for our purposes at 1:23 in the afternoon that the high of the day so far is the high of this bar, again, 129.96. If you see a close above that, the 65-minute time frame chart is telling you you've got mojo to the upside, and price should continue to move higher. Let's look at a 30-minute chart out here. The 30-minute chart, do we see any signals? We do not. And lastly, the 15-minute time frame chart shows a TD9 count top and shows that price closed above it. So the very short-term time frame is saying, yeah, hey, Steve, I like your 9 counts, and all I did was just pull back for, about an hour or so, and then it's back off to the races. Nonetheless, I'd be focused on the 65-minute time frame, but it does look like that Apple wants to continue to move higher. So, Hector, I hope that helps you out. Baseball eyeballs, I hope that helps you out. And anybody else inside the Tigers Den that was looking at that, I hope that helps you out as well. Now, I do want to make a correction because we were looking at my synthetic futures contracts out here, or I was doing that during the update. Now I want to go back to the actual current contract for the NQ, which is September. What we can see out here is the high of the all-time high was tested. That was the April 29th high out there. And that high was at 14.050. We're trading at 14.040. We've been up to a high as much as 14.054. Is that the end of it, the NQ? Well, based upon what we just looked at inside of Apple, I'd say the answer there is no, but we can't stop there. Let me fire up these other charts out here, just like we did for the Dow Equity future contract. So just give me a moment to get to that, and then we'll go ahead and change our screens while this populates, and we're going to try to answer that question as well. Now, likely it's not much different than what we just looked at for Apple, but let's go find out what it is. So here, we've got everything populated. So on the monthly time frame, everything here is bullish. Nothing bearish about the monthly time frame chart for the NQ. As I take a look at the weekly time frame chart, everything here is bullish as well. On the daily time frame shows bar number 7, so following along the footsteps of Apple out there. That says that if there's a high that's going to occur, and this is going to be the topping signal, the TD9 count, then that should occur between Tuesday and Thursday of this coming week out here. So it doesn't look like it's done to the upside inside the NQ. That's based upon its daily charting message. On the 30-minute chart, I don't see any kind of a topping signal. really for any of these time frames, 60, 120, 240, and 5 hours. So the NQ is suggesting that we should that it should be able to get above this 14,050 level as well. How much higher, I don't know, and we'll certainly be paying attention to the NQs come tomorrow, the next day, and the day after that. So, Hector, thanks for the questions. Baseball eyeballs, you as well. That leaves us with no questions in the queue, and I know that just can't be. So let's go take a look at. Well, I won't tell you what we're going to take a look at in case there's a question that comes in the next 3 minutes or so. But if it doesn't, then we'll find something to look at on our chart. Steve Rhodes with TFNN. We'll be right back.
Are you having fun trading the markets but having trouble finding like-minded individuals to discuss your trading and investment ideas with? Become an apex predator in the trading markets and join the Tiger's Den Trading Room only at TFNN.com. The Tiger's Den is an exclusive trading room where successful traders from around the world come to exchange trades and ideas. Join the den and surround yourself with the sharpest minds in the trading world. Subscribers to the Tiger's Den are also the first to have their questions answered live on air and can privately chat with our TFNN hosts live during their shows. Interact with other Tigers and Tigresses as they share trading ideas, news analysis, and discuss the market action all trading day. Subscribe to the Tiger's Den risk-free with our 30-day money-back guarantee and become part of the TFNN trading community. TFNN, educating investors.
You could be making money off the stock market. And if you're already making money off the stock market, you could be making a lot more. Check out TFNN and Tiger TV and get expert investing advice to give you the power to control your financial future. Go to TFNN.com and find the newsletter for you. Whether you're into trading gold, metals, futures, currencies, or options, you'll get advice and analysis to help you seriously get ahead. TFNN also features trading services with a 30-day money-back guarantee for new subscribers, as well as TFNN's Tiger Den Trading Room, trading software, and educational webinars for all trading levels. And make sure you check out Tiger TV for free on TFNN.com or TFNN's YouTube channel for live financial content from 8:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern on market days. Stop watching on the sidelines while other people get rich and become the investor you were born to be. TFNN, educating investors.
TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartley's, ABC's, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Dow off 237, S&P down 11 points. Let's go to our next question. This one coming in from the Tiger's Den. One of our dinners wants to take a look at Palantir. PLTR is the ticker symbol, and hopefully folks were watching along back in the May time frame. One of our listeners, Victor, was looking for an entry point, and on the trading day of May 11th, I believe we gave that to him. That was a TD 9-count pattern. We can see that was a nice wide-ranging bar. 2 days later, there was a nice bullish structured profile that formed. Price was kind enough to go ahead and test the bottom of that bullish structured profile on May 13th, and it has been a move to the upside ever since. And then on the trading day, even though you can't see it here, it's on my white background charts, on the trading day of June 8th, that happened to be the bar following bar number 9 of a TD 9 count. So Palantir's got a TD 9 count bottom, and now it's got a TD 9 count top. In order to negate that TD 9 count top and tell you that this is really going to move to the upside, and when I say really move to the upside, the next level would be 27 bucks even Steven, you need to see it close above 25.23. Is there a reason to sell here? It really depends upon your outcomes and your length of time to want to try to hold this position. What we can say is because of that TD 9 count top, because price is trading with inside its daily profile, just slightly above it at the moment, that price could easily pull back and test the bottom of that profile at 23.22. So if you can handle the heat to 23.22, I'm not saying that's where it's going today. I'm saying if you can handle the heat, if it does, then you would stay with that position based upon the topping signals. Otherwise, if you can't handle that heat, you'd go ahead and exit now because you're up towards resistance. And if you get a close above 25.23, you can make that decision to go ahead and jump back in then. Now, if price is able to take out 25.23, so the TD9 count pattern fails, it didn't fail. I mean, it worked. It identified the top. Price pulled back, just hasn't broken through any key levels of support. But if it can take out 25.23, we can see on the weekly basis that its bullish structured profile formed above price. That is a bearish signal. But price right now is inside, whether it's bearish or not, price right now is inside that profile level. And if on a weekly basis it can close above 24.75, that will then suggest that a counter trend rally, because that's all I can call it at this stage of the game, would take us up to $27. When you have those bearish structured or bullish structured profiles, in this case here, let's look at the bullish structured, that is the center panel out there, counter trend rallies tend to end at the center of that profile where there's both buyers and sellers. So that would be the $27 even Steven. So hope that helps out with regard to Palantir. There's nothing else really on the weekly or the monthly time frames for us to take a look at. And thanks so much for the question. No other questions in the queue, so that means, well, wait, hold on a minute here. One is coming in. We don't have any other questions. Could you take a look at JMIA? So we can. JMIA, I don't know who that's for. It doesn't really matter. JMIA, let's go find out what it is. That is the Jumia Technologies out here. So Jumia Technologies, trading with inside its daily profile. Support on this puppy is 29.09. Resistance, 33.19. Let's pull over the other charts, see what we can see out here. The white background charts are what I'm referring to with Stevie's other signals. So what do we have out here? You actually don't have a TD 9 count top. It was bar number 6. That was the high of the pattern. So no real topping signal there. Price is pulling back and testing support levels. The oscillator unchanged line. The ultimate level of support on any kind of pullback, if you're looking to get into JMIA, would be 27.05. And 27.05 is its TD9 breakout level. That is the message from the daily time frame. You can see this had wave number 7. This had a Rhodes Momentum Indicator bottom, and it had a TD9 count on May 11th out there. So that was a nice one. Nice bottom signal with the patterns and the tools that you and I like to use during this 1 o'clock show. We look at a weekly time frame chart out here. Just resistance between 33.63 and 35.17 at the moment. On a monthly time frame, I don't think we're going to have too much out here. Really, we don't. So with regard to JMIA, if you're looking to get in again, the area that to be watching is 27.05. Not a guarantee that price will get back there. Price would likely get back there if you saw it close below its oscillator and change line, currently printed at 29.44, which right now is a support area. So we got through that. No other questions to my knowledge. And so, hold on a minute here. There are some that have come in by email. Wonderful. Actually, quite a few. Holy moly. Wowzer. Okay, let's begin. James wants to take a look at Disney. DIS is a ticker symbol out here. And DIS, your thoughts on Disney? Trading with inside its bearish structured daily profile, running a resistance where it should. That was on Friday and today, and that's at the 178.16 area. Price can get above that. 180.06 is the likely print. Let's pull over my other charts just to see if there's any other signals that we have out here inside of Disney, and really I've got nothing out here. What we can say about Disney is on that nice pullback after that Rhodes momentum indicator top, pulling back right where it was supposed to. That was 168.03. So at this stage here, all the work to the downside has been done and will remain that way unless we were to see a close below 175.32. So the daily time frame is saying, okay, I want to go maybe test the top of that profile. The weekly's got a nice TD9 count bottom. So that's a beautiful thing. So while the daily was testing as breakout support, the weekly was forming a TD9 count bottom. This is suggesting a move up to the 183.41 to 187.88 area. The monthly time frame chart shows that as price was pulling back to test its weekly breakout level and form the TD9 count on the daily breakout level, the weekly TD9 count on the for the weekly time frame. On the monthly time frame, what price was doing is just testing its oscillator and change line, which is bullish. So on the monthly time frame, we have to go with the neutral signal. It has a valid TD9 count top, price above support, 169.92 out there. So with regard to Disney, you're up at resistance. It looks bullish. It's just struggling because you're in this zone where the sellers are at, 178.16 to 180.06. So James, thank you so much for writing in, and have a great day. We've got a caller on the line. Let's go out to Brent in Martinez, California. Brent, thanks for calling. How are you today? Do we have Brent?
Are you there, Steve?
I am. Nice to hear your voice. How was your weekend?
Oh, it was great. How was yours?
My weekend was wonderful weekend. Lots of golf, and which I always enjoy. So thanks so much for asking. And we're going to take a look at with you Conformis Inc. CFMS having a rather nice day today. And tell me how I can best help you.
I think we've talked about this in the past. It's actually a fairly good trading stock. I've been in and out of it at different times. It seems like the level around 70 cents. It's a good buy, and then hold it up till around. Usually it will get up to about $1.40, $1.50, sell it there, and then just buy back again. So I just bought in not too long ago at 75 cents, and then just wanted to get your thoughts on it.
Absolutely. So you do like the fact that it is up above really a resistance swing point from May the 10th, and that high was 105. So continue to trade above that. Now that had big volume. We're not going to take that level out. That's not really a B point of an A to B equals CD anyways. So that looks pretty good. Let's pull over our white background charts. Now, price above the top of the daily and weekly profiles. Brent, I should mention that. And that would suggest really what you've already narrated for us, that price should target the top of its monthly profile. That happens to be 137. Your area was 140. Brent, we're going to a hard break here. Please stay on the line. We'll come right back to you. That will be with Brent in Martinez, California.
Are you in the market for buying or selling real estate in the Bay Area, including the surrounding St. Petersburg, Tampa, and Clearwater markets? Tiger Real Estate LLC is a firm that has extensive experience in the Tampa Bay area. Whether you're looking to sell your current property for maximum value, or you're in the market for a second home or investment property, Tiger Realty has the experience across all areas of real estate in the Tampa Bay area to help buyers and sellers make the most informed decisions across all price levels. From the price you should be paying per square foot in certain up-and-coming areas to the type of cash flow investment properties are capable of creating, Tiger Real Estate can help you make the best decision when it comes to all areas of the market. Before you make one of the biggest decisions of your financial future, call Tiger Real Estate LLC today at 727-329-8322 or email us at tiger@tfnn.com. That's 727-329-8322. Call us today.
The technology around us is changing every day. With so much happening, it can seem impossible to keep up with all the information. David White's investment newsletter, The Technology Insider, is designed to give you all the information you need to understand the technology that shapes today's markets and tomorrow's future. David White has made his living staying on the cutting edge of technology. His weekly newsletter will give you specific recommendations for value tech stocks, as well as entry prices, target prices, and stops to set for each trade. Dave delivers his weekly newsletters every Friday with updates throughout the week. You can get the Technology Insider at TFNN.com for only $37.50. Sign up for David's newsletter, The Technology Insider, and get an inside look at everything the technology sector has to offer. Try it risk-free today with our 30-day money-back guarantee. TFNN, educating investors.
Biotech is booming, but for how long? Whether you think the biotech bull has room to run or has run its course, trade LABU or LABD. Direction's daily S&P Biotech 3 times bull and bear ETFs. Visit directioninvestments.com/biotech today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV.
Welcome back, folks. We're taking a look at ticker symbol CFMS with Brent in Martinez, California. We've got the daily time frame chart up on our screen here. So, Brent, when I see the daily, the positive about today, it's up above 105. That was a swing point we were looking at. It was also a TD9 count level. So that's a threshold level. So that's a positive. The next area where it's going to find resistance or may find resistance is $1.13. So only 4 pennies above where we're at. When I take a look at the 195 minute shows us being in bar number 9 of a TD9 count right now, and the 130-minute chart shows us being in bar number 8. So odds would favor that as price approaches that 113 level, that it begins to stall. And I throw that out there because I also see on the daily time frame, as I'm sure you do, that the oscillator and change line changed colors about 2 bars ago. So we do know that over time, we should see that line, the oscillator and change line and price, catch up with each other. So right now the charts are trying to signal to you and I that may occur around that $1.13 level. Not a reason to really exit the position, but just to anticipate that might be what unfolds out here. Are there some additional questions that I can answer for you that I haven't already?
No, that's right in line with what I was hoping you could point out, Steve. That's much appreciated. This gives me areas to be watching and just see how it reacts when it gets to those levels. And just I'll keep an eye on it. I've got my stop in place, and we'll just see what happens.
Yeah, so I don't see those same kind of topping signals on even the shorter term time frames, but right now it's just the logic. The logic would be about at $1.13. You might see some additional resistance, a pullback, and as you know, the game plan would be, and this would be for folks that have an interest in getting into this stock. If price can pull back and retest that oscillator and change line, test and reject it, then it's off to the upside, and that's where Brent probably sees that $1.37, $1.40 type level out there. So that's what we see when we take a look at the charts there, Brent. And as always, good to speak with you.
It was great talking with you, Steve. You just have a great rest of your week, and take care.
You bet. You bet. Let's go to our next question, folks. Our next question coming in from Jimmy D. And Jimmy wants to take a look at MJ and is looking for an entry point. So let's pull over MJ. That is the alternative harvest ETF out here. And that would be basically right now, Johnny. And the reason that we suggest that is because much like so I don't know if Johnny, you and Brent are working with each other to feed this, but how does that work? Well, if we take a look at MJ, you can see how its oscillator and change line had changed colors about 4 or 5 days ago, and now we're seeing that test. So ideally, you're going to see price reject this green oscillator and change line, which is printed at 21.30, and you're at 21.29. So what do? What you do is you go look at the short-term time frames and say, hey, on a daily basis, price is pulling back and testing a key level of support. For example, on a 30-minute time frame, is there any kind of bottom signal? Okay, excellent. Let's go take a look. And voila, the answer is we don't have one. So that's kind of perplexing, isn't it? Yeah, hey, we just don't have one. So we don't have what you and I would like to say is now is the time to pull that trigger. If you wanted to begin laddering into a position, that would be okay. But if price does close below this oscillator and change line, no idea whether it will or it won't. Right now, it's right back at support. As I said, 2130, where it's trading right now, this is the area of a buy. You'd just like to see that backed up with some support on the short-term time frames. If price doesn't hold this level, your buy range is between 2067 and 2087. So from an entry point standpoint, maybe you take 1/3 of your position now. The next 1/3 at 2087, the following 1/3 at 2067, that might be an approach. Well, you use whatever approach is going to work for you, but to answer your question on the daily time frame, what MJ is doing right now is the type of test that you'd like to see, and as long as it rejects that oscillator and change line, it should then begin moving to the upside. So, Johnny, I hope that helps you out. Thanks so much for writing in. LB wants to take a look at ticker symbol ICD, I believe, and let's take a look at it. I think we looked at this last week as well, and on its daily time frame, price is going to go target the 552 level. 552 is its TD9 breakdown area. No idea whether it can take that out, but if it does, that would be bullish and suggest a run up to the 735. So the daily says it's anticipate resistance at that 552. You're only in bar 4 of a TD9 count, so no idea whether a TD9 count will form or not because we've got 4 to 6 more bars to go before we can answer that question. The 10-minute time frame shows a TD9 count top and price is pulling back. Its ultimate buy area is at 470. That's the breakout level for the 10-minute time frame. The 30-minute has a TD9 count top as well, but price is above all profile levels of support, 483 being the first area to be tested on any further move lower. So summarize ICD, really, other than the short-term potential pullback out here, looks like it wants to go target 552. So best of luck with that trade or investment if you are in it. And that was for LB. The next one coming in from Mark D. Mark wants to know if we've taken a look at Newmont. We haven't. And so let's go take a look at NM out here. Is that Newmont? NM? I think it is. NEM. NEM is Newmont, right? Yeah. So let's take a look at Newmont. Trading out at 69.51. And the question is, I'm in today, 69.42. I'd appreciate your now. So you're in at today's low. And today is going to become bar number 9 of a TD9 count. So, and this top with a TD9 count as well as wave number 7. So to the extent, Mark, that we're going to rely upon that pattern, which you are, as a place to take a long position, let's not forget that tomorrow could be a lower low, and this pattern would still be valid out there. But I see the reason to take it based upon that daily TD9 count. Let's go look at the short-term time frame for Mark, and when we take a look at it, 30-minute, not providing us with anything there that's going to help us. 60-minute at least has wave number 7 and a potential Rhodes momentum indicator bottom. You've got that bullish engulfing candle potentially forming right now. This session doesn't end till 2 p.m. You'd really like to see this get above 69.67. Then your next area of resistance is going to be 70.04 to 70.20, and then 70.50, and then above that 71.58 out there. So we like the trade. Make sure that you just simply keep your stop in place out there for Newmont Mining, NEM. Is the ticker symbol, and that was for Mark D. Next question coming in from David. And David wants to take a look at ExxonMobil. XOM is the ticker symbol. Let me just get that populated. And as that gets populated out here, ExxonMobil has a TD9 count top, bar number 8. And price right now is testing this green oscillator and change line, David. That's at 62.02. A close below this, and you've got a brand new bullish structure daily profile, says that the next buy point from a profile standpoint inside of ExxonMobil would reside between 60.55 and 61.31. Price should get to 61.31. If price were to get below 60.55, David, then your entry area would be 59.45. That is the breakout level for its TD9 count out there. So watch the daily chart out here. I don't have the weekly up on my screen. You're referring here to a weekly charts, but just simply because we were starting to run out of time with so many questions, it was the daily. So I hope that helps you out with regard to ExxonMobil. And the last question here coming in from Tom G. And so when we get back to this, well, let me throw up the 3 panel charts out here. We can get that going for Tom G. NAVN and NAVN. Whoop, that's the wrong one. So that's not it. So BNGO, you did throw a second one in there. Yeah, get a NAVN. But hey, on bingo, BNGO, we'll talk about this as soon as we get back from the break.
Sharpening your skills as an investor is like getting better at playing a musical instrument. You have to practice, sure, but you also need excellent instruction from experts. At TFNN, you'll get advice and guidance from the authority in technical market analysis. And it's not just dry, tedious text either. TFNN airs live financial content streamed live on TFNN.com and TFNN's YouTube channel with Tiger TV, live every market day from 8:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern, for free. Each host is an experienced trader and gives their take on the market while taking calls and questions live from around the world. From the moment the market opens until the closing bell sounds, Tiger TV has 8 different shows with expert hosts to help you make the right moves with your money. Watch online at TFNN.com or on TFNN's YouTube channel and become the investor you were born to be. TFNN, educating investors.
Markets can rise and fall like the tides. Subscribe to Basil Chapman's newsletter, The Opening Call, and you too can ride the wave. Basil Chapman is an authority in technical analysis. His Chapman Wave trading system has been helping traders identify trends and capitalize on momentum in the markets since 1984. TFNN invites you to test Basil's proprietary Chapman Wave trading methodology with a monthly subscription to the Opening Call newsletter for only $149. Your subscription to the Opening Call comes with a 30-day money-back guarantee, as well as daily market updates on key indexes, stocks, and commodities. Ride the wave. Sign up for the Opening Call risk-free today.
Introducing Primal Edge.
Today, it's even more important to take a supplement that complements your health. Primal Edge is specifically formulated to boost your immune system and help with weight loss, better sleep, stress reduction, and the need to detox.
Our early ancestors found all their nutritional requirements in the wild environment. But today, our food sources don't contain the vitamins, minerals, and nutrients that we need to stay healthy and strong.
That's why we need Primal Edge Daily Nutrition. It includes a special blend of ionic, soil-based vitamins, minerals, fatty and amino acids in an easy-to-use liquid form.
Primal Edge is powered by highly concentrated humic and fulvic acids, nature's preferred delivery system. They've been called miracle molecules because, like sunlight, air, and water, without them, life cannot exist.
That's right, Ellen. They ensure we receive all the nutrition we need to be healthy and thrive. We take it every morning.
Primal Edge. Just $89 exclusively at TFNN.com.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV.
Welcome back. We're taking a look at ticker symbol BNGO. This is for Tom. And so, Tom, this formed a nice TD9 count bottom and a TD9 count top a few days. The TD9 count top was back on June the 8th. And at the same time, the day before that, we had the oscillator and change line change colors. So you've got a stalling out in price while we wait for price and that oscillator and change line to catch up to each other. Price at 789, the oscillator and change line 718. What you're looking for there, I know you're a short-term trader, but what you're looking for there is a test and rejection of that green line in order to say we're off to the races, maybe taking you up to the 1435 level. So anticipate a sideways move, maybe a lower move, and as long as price tests and rejects a green oscillator and change line, it should be off to the races to the upside. The next question coming in, and my apology, I'm not going to go back to the emails because I've got 3 or 4 to get through in about 70, 80, 90 seconds. The question is on Microsoft. Microsoft is going to become bar number 7 of a TD9 count. If this is going to form a top, and price should continue to move higher, but if this is going to form a top, that won't won't take place until Tuesday through Friday of this coming week. That would be with the TD 9-count pattern. But Microsoft it's bullish and looks like it wants to continue to move higher. The next question was to take a look at NVIDIA. NVDA is the ticker symbol. And on NVIDIA, this looks very strong, very bullish. I don't have any kind of a topping signal. Really, I don't have any kind of a topping signal. Price is moving higher, doing less relative energy, but not until a bearish reversal candle forms would that become a problem. And the weekly chart looks bullish as well. So NVIDIA wants to continue to move higher. And then that leaves us to maybe our last question out here. Was there one more? Michael P. wrote in, and Michael wanted to take a look at AMC, or at least he's got AMC, and he said, if you need another, is it going to head back to the 70 area? I don't know. I don't know when I take a look at this chart here for AMC, and it's a psycho chart out there. But make sure if you're trading it that you've got a nice big bowl of popcorn, buttered popcorn, with some nice salt. Folks, stay tuned for 2 more great hours. Your favorite polar bear. He's up next. Tom O'Brien to take us on home. I'll be back with you on Thirsty and Terrific Tuesday. Have a magical month, folks.